Oh, for crying out loud! You lot think you can build the next Palantir, but you can't even lead a Zoom call without it turning into a circus. Let's talk about Alex Karp, philosopher, CEO, and the man who made big data sexy. Howard's book lays out exactly how he did it. And why you, yes you, are completely missing the mark. We're dissecting Karp's recipe for success, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be wishing you'd paid attention in business school instead of scrolling through TikTok. Let's break it down before I lose my mind. Vision without execution is like serving a Michelin star menu in a dumpster fire. You think just because you had an idea while you were hungover on a Sunday morning that you're the next Steve Jobs? Get a grip. Karp didn't just talk the talk, he walked the bloody walk. He took his deep understanding of philosophy and applied it to the real world, building a company that actually solves problems. You know, the kind of problems that governments and corporations throw billions of dollars at? Yeah, that. Karp had vision, yes, but more importantly, he knew how to execute. He built Palantir by marrying deep philosophical thinking with hardcore engineering. He didn't just dream it, he built it. Get to work! This isn't baking a cake, you know. It's not about following a recipe and expecting a perfect outcome every time. Building a company from scratch is brutal. It's a relentless grind that tests your limits every single day. It's a pressure cooker of stress, risk and more rejection than a discount aisle at a clearance sale. You have to be prepared for the worst. You think Karp waltzed into Silicon Valley and everyone threw money at him? Please. He faced countless rejections. The man was told no more times than you've had lukewarm coffees. Each rejection was a stepping stone. But did he give up? No. He used that rejection as fuel. He turned every no into a reason to push harder. He learned from every slammed door, every skeptical investor, and every thanks but no thanks. Each experience made him stronger. You pitched your idea to an investor, they laughed you out of the room, and now you're crying into your oat milk latte? Grow up. This is just the beginning. He didn't sulk. He refined his pitch, strengthened his product, and went back. He kept improving and never stopped. You want to play in the big leagues, you better toughen up. Success demands resilience, determination, and an unbreakable spirit. Let me guess. Your chief inspiration officer is your best friend from college who still wears Crocs in public, and your head of marketing is your dog walker who dabbles in social media, and your head of marketing is your dog walker who dabbles in social media? For God's sake, are you running a company or a bad reality TV show? It's time to get serious about who you bring into your team. Karp understood that true innovation comes from clashing perspectives. He knew that surrounding himself with people who thought differently was the key to success. He surrounded himself with brilliant minds that weren't afraid to challenge him, disagree with him, even tell him he was talking rubbish. This created a dynamic environment where ideas could flourish. Why? Because he valued their insights more than his own ego. He knew that his own perspective was limited and that he needed others to fill in the gaps. Karp deliberately hired weirdos, people who challenged him, not yes men. He wanted people who would push boundaries and think outside the box. Palantir's success came from conflict, debate, and different perspectives. Palantir's success came from conflict, debate, and different perspectives. They embraced the friction, and that's how the magic happened. They embraced the friction, and that's how the magic happened. It was this very friction that sparked innovation and led to groundbreaking solutions. But you? You can't handle a differing opinion without scheduling a team-building exercise and handing out participation trophies. Sort it out. It's time to rethink your approach and start valuing diverse perspectives. Perfection is the enemy of progress. It's a trap that many fall into, thinking that every detail must be flawless before they can move forward. You know what I see with you lot? Paralysis by analysis. You're stuck in a loop, overthinking every single step. You're so busy tweaking and refining, obsessing over every little detail that you forget the most important thing, launching the bloody thing. The world doesn't wait for perfection. Karp launched Palantir when it was rough around the edges. It wasn't perfect, but it was out there. Why? Because he understood that the market is a harsh mistress, and the only way to truly learn is to get your hands dirty. Real feedback comes from real users. You think your first product will be perfect? Get a grip. It's through failure and iteration that success is born. Karp didn't wait for the perfect moment. He launched, iterated, and improved along the way. He embraced the process. He was agile, he was responsive, he adapted. That's the mindset you need to adopt. Meanwhile, you've been tweaking your homepage for 6 months and haven't made a single sale. Make a decision. Launch now. Adapt as you go. Look, Alex Karp wasn't born a genius. He mastered vision, execution, resilience, and adaptability. He didn't just talk about changing the world, he actually bloody did it. You're still stuck on step one, doodling business ideas in your overpriced notebook like a teenager writing bad song lyrics. Stop making excuses. Take a page out of Karp's book, work your backside off, learn from your mistakes, and for God's sake, get out of your own way. Now smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your worst startup mistake in the comments so we can all have a good laugh.